Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League Game Day Edition 3 in 2024-2025 for today's matchup coming up between the St. Boniface Riels and the St. James Junior Canucks. Puck is going to drop here at 3 p.m. at Southdale Arena. This is our pregame show brought to you by Terrico Goaltenders, as well as Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, and Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia. For these two sides, it went a bit different for both of them on opening night, as we'll start off with the St. Boniface Riels. Came back to beat the Transcona Railer Express, that is, by a score of 4-3 on Friday here at Southdale. Of course, back for another home game to end off their opening weekend. But yeah, they were down 2-0 in that game. They end up coming back, scoring 3 unanswered in that second period, which ended up being a huge difference. Cockerell with 2 goals on the night. Cole, Davis, and Reyes also with the goals on the night in the win for St. Boniface. But last season, they made it to their first Final Four since when this team won their first ever championship back in 2014-15, getting swept in the Final Four against the Pembina Valley Twisters. But this team, it's all about moving forward for them. New coach this season. It's the same expectation for this Riels team to take that next step forward. I've had a chance to talk with head coach Paul Castus already, and for him and his group, I mean, this is a team that has a bunch of returning players on it, a team that is looking, of course, to take that next step to not only make it back to the Final Four, but to make it to the championship and to contend for it. As for the St. James Junior Canucks, this is a team that three-peated last year, first team to do so since the Charleswood Hawks in 2010-11. Speaking of the Hawks, they spoiled the home opener for the Canucks on Friday night at the Civic Center as they raised another banner for a third straight season. They lost by a score of 5-0. I had a chance to actually catch up with new head coach of the team, Blake Harris, before warm-ups, or as warm-ups was going on, and he said there were a lot of distractions. Of course, they got a lot of new faces on this year's team compared to years past, right? And how does this team respond early in the season when you don't have the same players to rely on, like the Tyrone Willens, the Cale Prices of the world, the Brady Whiteleys, right? So that's what I'm so interested to see this afternoon from this St. James Junior Canucks team. This is a team that, of course, played with so much speed last year, and I believe they're going to continue to do so. But in talking with new assistant general manager of the Charleswood Hawks, in Will Kinsman, actually, this past week or a few days ago at this point, saying that this Hawks team wants to play very fast this season. I'm sure that was one of the things that St. James could have had some problems with in that opening night on Friday night. I'm not too sure, but it's about how do they respond today in this afternoon game? Can they get to their game, which is built off of, so much success on that speed and, defending as one unit, making it easy on their goaltender. Things we've seen from St. James throughout these past seasons, right? That, are we going to continue to see them under Blake Harris this year moving forward? And for the St. Boniface Riels, it's how do you build off of, an emotional first victory of the season? How do you start better in this one? Maybe a bit cleaner in the defensive zone, but this is a team that outshot Transcona by quite a bit in that first game. Look for them to continue to get on the pressure, get on the forecheck tonight, and make things very tough on the St. James Junior Canucks team, who doesn't fare so well from what I saw last year when teams are able to get that successful fast forecheck on them, make their defense scramble and maybe panic a bit. That's, I'm sure, part of the game plan for St. Boniface tonight. The Canucks are on the ice now. St. Boniface will be entering on in just a moment here. Thank you for tuning into our pregame show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be your host for the postgame show as well, and your play-by-play commentator for this afternoon's matchup, Graham the GShow Forsyth. mmjhl Game Day is back here from Southdale Arena. The Riels set to come on the ice next as the Canucks wait for them. Enjoy the game, everybody. And as the anthem plays out, we are about to get set for this one from Southdale Arena in the community of Southdale in Winnipeg, Manitoba for mmjhl Game Day, edition number 3 on this early season. Coming up this afternoon between the St. Boniface Riels, the home team, and the St. James Junior Canucks, as mentioned in the pregame show. Opening night was polar opposite for these two teams. As for the Riels, they won in a close 4-3 matchup, 3 unanswered goals to come back, down 2-0 in the second. And for the Canucks, raising a third straight banner, they had their opening night party spoiled by the Canucks. They're looking to right the wrongs here this afternoon as we are officially underway from Southdale Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Riels start off down low, trying to get the puck out in front, as a man in Avon Cockrell shields the puck. Huge last game, 2 goals in the victory for this Riels squad. Gloving it down will be Michael O'Sullivan in the early stages of this one. So we'll get a face-off inside the Riels zone here. This game brought to you by Terrico, Macan Fasteners and Tools, Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, and Goaltenders. Captain Connor Davis gets this puck out. Canucks had it for a split sec, but turn it over again. This gets dropped to number 8 in Matthew Trott. Plays it across, but it'll be intercepted. And up the other way go the Canucks. Ashton Romanek played to the middle. Romanek tried getting it back. Almost gets a kick to him from teammate in Aiden Werfiel. But is back behind the Riels net now. Going for a skate with it, Dylan Bachnet. Plays a short pass up to Connor Davis, who decides to unload, fires, and that save glove down made by Connor Murphy to get the first stoppage in play here. Well, the second stoppage in play, actually, in the first minute of this game. So the Riels get fresh legs out. A team with a lot of good returning talent. One of them is Nathan Brzezinski. Out there for the draw, lost it to the Canucks player he was facing. Our apologies if you can't exactly see what's going on at all times. Our broadcast vantage point is a bit better than last year here from Southdale. But overall, in the away side of the ice, it's still going to be tough to get that corner. Something we'll be looking to improve as the season goes along. Brzezinski on to take the draw again. This time wins it. Riels control. Indeed. That shot turned aside by Murphy into the corner. So the Riels pressing her. Loose puck picked up, tipped and out of play. And with Paul Castus taking over this season for the Riels, behind the bench for Zach Franco, who was the GM and the head coach of this squad for the past 2 seasons for this year. Took a job in the WHL with the Swift Current Broncos. So Jason Frickus and the rest of this St. Boniface Riels organization kind of had to scramble. Went with Castus. He's been playing in this league with St. Vital before. Coached in the league for 4 years as an assistant with that team. So he comes in with experience, and getting to talk to him before the season started, what he wants to bring in is just a continuation of building on that culture that Zach Franco built here in St. Boniface, which was come to the ready to play, committed, and you want to be a Riel, or don't be here anyways. Hand pass called here. Things get a bit crazy near the Riels blue line as O'Sullivan covers things up. But speaking of Michael O'Sullivan too, this is a player that comes back to the Riels. They traded his rights. They rented them to the Twins. Funny enough, O'Sullivan actually played in most of the games in their first round series, the Twins against the Riels in the first round last year. So this Riels organization had a chance to have him get some playoff action in to get set for this season coming up. As the Canucks control from the point. That shot seen all the way through a bit of traffic by O'Sullivan. Shot taken by number 3, who's not listed on the game sheet here or on the sheet I have in my hands for this Canucks team. On to take the draw for them is going to be George Hansen. As Eric Johnson gets kicked out of the face-off draw for the Riels still win it anyways, number 66, and Aiden Lazarenko. Puck in the corner, opposite corner now as the Riels try to fire this out, but it'll be held in by number 18 in Aiden Bruce, who sends it right back in. Bruce wearing a letter this season for this Canucks squad. Puck gets flipped out now. And the Canucks being pressured but able to get this puck head manned up. Onto the stick, taking a huge hit there was number 17, William Brooks. As here go the Riels coming the other way. That shot out just high of the net on Connor Murphy. As number 16 took it, Jackson Fillion. Puck gets sent in all the way deep again. The Canucks. There'll be a whistle here. Player was pickpocketed on the way out, and number 12 and Caden Jard Hansen. We are going to get a offside and a draw coming up. On to take it, Carson Dubois for the Riels. Ends up losing it to number 21 in Aiden Werfel. Canucks with it into the leg of Ashton Romanek. Back into the Canucks zone as Phillips plays a pass up into the neutral zone. Sent in deep again, Connor Murphy. Out to stop it for Phillips. Not quite as Phillips plays it up. And puck gets sent down all the way out of the Canucks zone. Tipped in by the Riels past the red line. No icing on the play as Murphy leaves it for Phillips again. Phillips decides to take his time a bit. Goes to D partner and Tyson Wilson. Phillips gets it back, sends it all the way down. And there will be an icing on the play. 15:58 remaining, still scoreless in this one. The home side, the Riels, lead the shots 4-2. They'll have an offensive zone face-off opportunity here coming up. So Werfield will be on the draw again for this Canucks team on to take it against him, Avon Cockrell. Won by Werfield. And into the Canucks possession, trying to stretch Romanek there with a pass, but could not. Phillips chips this out again. Seen a lot of that from the Canucks early on. Trying to spend less time in their zone. That shot, Trot, ends up catching a piece of the blocker of Murphy as it got played into the corner. Sent over. Riels Demon as they play it up. Short pass to Matthew Trott. He unloads that shot just high and wide of the net. Trickles out. As now a Riel will be stripped of the pockets. Griffin Height with it. Has a man in Romanek going to the front. But good job by the Riels, whoever that defenseman was, to get back and take that away. Sent down low to Romanek. Has that stripped away from number 18 and Noah Keating. Returning player on the back end for the Riels this season. It's played up to Cockrell, Avon Cockrell, shielding the puck. Ends up going to the point. That shot through, turned aside there by Connor Murphy. The Canucks looking to adjust their game. I also had to just adjust my headset. This puck gets sent over to Killian Reyes, who has the puck sent past him. Dylan Bachnet, along with Tristan Arneson, chasing him, had to shield and drop that puck back into the possession of Evan Lambert, who Aranson pressures him, trying to find Height. Aranson has that knocked away, but has the puck still, trying to keep this cycle going, trying to get it to Grindle, but can't. Bachnet starts the breakout as the Riels go the other way. Number 12 in Jack Smith plays it to the front of the net, that one just wide. The Riels down low with it. Ended up on a Canucks stick, and Ross sends it out of play. So we'll get another stoppage in play here coming up. 13:58 remaining, face off to the glove hand side of Murphy. Bachnet wins it, or Brzezinski rather. That shot through wide of the net though as it hits some traffic. Played at the point again. Evan Lambert holding strong. Has Bruce pressuring him. Or Grindle, that is. Along with the whole bunch of other Canucks players. Puck finally gets out onto the stick of Killian Reyes. Sends that to a teammate. As Reyes just decides to send it in now as that puck exited the zone. Into the possession of Grindle. Tries playing a pass across. Can't get past the defense of Parker Carson, however. Killian Reyes will be first one back. Almost turns this puck over. Had some help from his outlet man to chip it out. It's the Canucks. Still looking to establish some zone time. But a lot of dump-ins into the Riel zone to start things off. They'll get an offensive zone face-off opportunity here coming up potentially. But no, the icing waved off Riels. And some Canucks change. Canucks can't make anything out of it for right now. Kurjansen, his shot, oh, backhand. The save made by O'Sullivan. As the Riels look to break out the other way, they do. That shot off of a body, off of the stick of Eric Johnson. Now it will be Phillips who plays a puck up to number 14, his teammate in Thorsteinson. Thorsteinson has some help there, a teammate coming in. It's that shot, oh, glove save, snatched the puck there from O'Sullivan. And with that, we'll get a stoppage with 12:21 remaining. So we're going to go without commentary for just a moment as I check our stream here, folks. that puck, I believe, goes out of play. We'll get a face-off inside of the Canucks zone to the glove hand side of Murphy. And yeah, for this Canucks team, I mean, even though they've lost significant talent like Noah Gilbert, Brady Whiteley on the back end, guys like a Tyrone Willen who led the league in points in back-to-back seasons, and Cale Price, their captain, they still have guys like Rory Neal back, who I would say is the best player in the league heading into this season, right? You still got players like a Griffin Height, Brady Thorsteinson coming back, Ashton Romanuk as well. Payson Butler coming over in that trade from St. Vital last year. So you have some good things to build on. It's just about what's the season going to look like, and how are you going to respond to the adversities that maybe you haven't faced in the season before, both for, you know, the returning players coming back and for rookies who maybe haven't faced that adversity for this Canucks team. Almost nice attempt at a shot put on there for the Riels. This puck gets sent all the way down. Was number 2 and Evan Lambert toe dragging it. Took it to the backhand. Looked like he had Murphy beat, but couldn't hold on to that puck. Through the move. Nathan Brzezinski will be back out to take the draw for this Riels team, as him and a Canuck whack away at it in Griffin Height. Draw will be won by the Riels and then taken away by the Canucks. Sent back down low again. The Riels try to get this cycle game going. Pass out in front, too short though, so it gets to nobody. Now here come the Riels. Kicked out to Brzezinski. Played to the middle again. Off the boards. Oh, that shot turned aside. The blast from the point. Played to 77, Dylan Bucknet. Tried getting that back again to one of his D partners, I think, but had it intercepted. The Canucks, oh, wait, almost a huge hit there laid on Trent Thorsteinson. There's 2 Thorsteinsons on this team. Brody and Trent. The Riels trying to take this to the net. Play to the middle. Oh, that almost having Murphy scramble a bit. Across to Brzezinski. His shot through, scores! And on the 9th shot of the game, it's Brzezinski who lays one on the net. I believe this might have been redirected. Number 12 and Jack Smith might have got a stick on it. Regardless, tough one for Murphy to see. There's a bunch of traffic in front of him, and the Riels, they've kept building that pressure as this game has gone along. Had some good pressure to start. They haven't really allowed St. James to get cleanly out of their zone for quite some time in the last few minutes. And the pressure finally weighing on the Canucks. They give up their 6th unanswered of the season, still looking for their first. For the Riels, their offense has really gotten going ever since that start of that second period in game 1. Of course, we're down 2-0 to start off against Transcona here in Southdale on Friday night. A different story this afternoon as they're up 1-0. Play to the net, that defended by Phillips, defending his house. Cross-ice pass sent out into the neutral zone. Turned over again. Into the Riel zone. Onto the stick of Parker Carroll. Sends a pass up all the way back into the St. James zone. No icing on the plays. It's waved off due to it being touched. D to D, it goes to Killian Reyes. Goes D to D again. Short pass up attempted from Lambert. Couldn't find a teammate with that pass. The Canucks just decide to send this down. Glove down by Lambert. Takes a look, circles back in his own end. Has Reyes with him. Drops it to Killian Reyes. Maybe wasn't expecting it. Looked a bit surprised when he took it. Recovered well though. Fed a nice outlet pass to a man. But in the slot, that turned aside by a Riel stick. Getting in the lane. as the Canucks almost getting it on the counterattack. A good opportunity for them. 7:55 remaining in this period. Riels try to stretch, but the Canucks defend it well. Back in the neutral zone, sent in by Degagne. Degagne still with it, taking this wide. Gets rubbed out finally, has support with him in Romanek, who tries to rub out a man in number 27 in Cockerell, but Cockerell sent this up to Connor Davis, who weasels by a Canucks defense, taking a bit of physicality in the corner. Canucks able to maintain possession of it now. Degagne sends this into the Riel zone, picked up by Noah Keating. Sends it back into the neutral zone. That pass off of the boards, out of the reach of Romanek. As he remains on the ice, the Riels looking to stretch past this, but could not. So it ended up in the skates of Carter Jordy. That is long shot, glove down by O'Sullivan. 6:51 remaining. And O'Sullivan's Riels up by a score of 1-0. It's either Smith or Brzezinski who get on the board first here tonight for this Riels team, no matter what the case is. They got to be happy with this 1-goal lead. Looking to build off of it, of course. Brzezinski back out there to take the draw against Griffin Height. Wins it against number 13. Height staying on the forecheck, however. Goes into the corner. Puck was aerial for a sec before trickling in the Riels' favor. Stretch pass up. Riels trying to get this to the net or send it in deep. Neither one of those coming to fruition from the point. That shot right in the crest of Connor Murphy. An easier save for the veteran goaltender to make. An interesting conversation I had a chance to have with one of his goalie coaches this year, Noah Gilbert, who, of course, can make an argument the greatest goaltender in mmjhl history with his resume and stats. I believe he finished as the all-time wins leader. I have to check up on that at some point to see if those stats are correct. But one of the best goaltenders ever. Had him on the podcast, our mmjhl podcast for episode 2 last week, and he said, you know, Connor Murphy moves better than I do, and that's kind of hard to believe, but he's been moving so well. Hard to believe because Noah Gilbert is, of course, arguably the greatest of all time, and his movement is one of the best that I've seen in this league. So, big praise from Murphy's former teammate and now one of his goaltending coaches, Noah Gilbert, was talking about. It's all about building that confident mindset up for Murphy. An early season win against one of the league's top contenders this year to win a championship in the Riels on paper could do the trick for the goaltender. But this puck in the corner of the Canucks zone, sent out in front. No one there for the Riels to get it as that pass missed by just a bit. Down low, Phillips battling with the Riel. Their pressure on display on this forecheck early on. 5:27 remaining. As played to the net, Murphy gets a piece of that with his blocker. Played up to the point. Sent down half wall again, a Riel in front. Down on the ice as that shot deflects wide of the net. From the point, out in front, from the point again, fanning on it was Parker Carrolls. So he had to regain his footing to get set to take that shot. The Canucks finally able to get this out. This will go all the way down. No icing on the play as the linesman waves it off. A break there for the Riels. Or for the Canucks, that is. So they look gassed in their own end here. One to nothing, still the score for St. Boniface. Short pass played up to Degagne. He ends up losing the stick, or the possession of the puck. It's onto the stick of a Riel as number 66. Aiden Lazarenko tried making a move on a Canucks D, but good on him to defend it. Into the corner, down low, little tic-tac-toe opportunity for the Riels, but could not connect on that last pass. Eric Johnson sends it down low for his Riels teammate. Trying to cut to the middle now, number 16, and Jackson Filion, but could not. as the Canucks, long shot, be steered out of play over the mesh by the stick of O'Sullivan. So he continues to look comfortable in his crease, and this Riels team continues to look comfortable overall. Through 16 minutes gone in this game, leading 12-7 in the shot category and 1-0 on the scoreboard. Evan Cockerell loses the draw. That shot doesn't get through the traffic from the point for St. James. They remain at 7 shots each. Jackson Filion, tries playing a backhand to the net, but couldn't get there. Filion from down low to Lambert. His shot blocked, sacrificing the body, the other number 2 for this Canucks team. Like I said, he's not on my paper here that I got with the list of names playing in this game today. But sacrificing the body there, getting a pat on the back from his teammates. Some stick taps at that, rightfully so. Those ones hurt, those are stingers. Never fun getting those, but helps out the team at that. Keeps the Riels team at 13 shots for now. Matthew Trott plays it into the corner. Tries sending this puck up top, but cannot. Riels now holding it in for a split second. Lambert loses that battle. Out of the zone, sends it across to Reyes, who plays it up to Evan Cockerell. Cockerell delays, turns up high. Down the right side now, turns again towards the half wall to Reyes. Reyes back to Cockerell now, to Reyes. Reyes, his shot through, turned aside by Connor Murphy. So we got another stoppage in play. Another face-off in this St. James Junior Canucks end. And Cockerell and Reyes showcasing their chemistry with each other early. Finding each other multiple times in that sequence. And opening up ice to get an opportunity on net for themselves, like we saw there, Reyes from the point. Getting a blast on. It's turned over in the Riels end. They survive though and send it all the way down. This all the way down for an icing into the Canucks zone. Coming up during this intermission, we'll have some analysis for you on how this first period went down to get you set for the second period as well. We'll also have scores from 2 games that started before this one for you. The stats and the summary so far from this one as well, all coming up in the first intermission. Toe drag shot, nice save and focus there from Murphy to stay on it, not budging one bit. But a nice move from Jack Smith, who might have been looking for his second there of this contest. Creates a face-off in the Canucks zone that St. James wins. Played up to Gagne. The Gagne plays this across for Werfuel. Werfuel back to Gagne, tries playing that down low, but has it intercepted. Skating up with it now, Noah Keating, who off the boards had it taken away. So the Riels have to focus on breaking out of their own end, which this puck ends up getting to Jack Smith. Jack Smith now in alone, tries dragging past Phillips, but nice defense there from the veteran. Smith still on it. Tight turn to the net before turning that puck over. And now it's Romanek giving chase. First one back, though, will be Noah Keating on him, who takes the physicality from Romanek afterwards. Stripping the puck as Bruce has Romanek with him. Decides to shoot. Nice stick by Keating to get in the lane there to deflect that high of the net. Keating back on it. Man will be rubbed out. Number 14 in Vlad Stepek before getting it out. Riels, by the way, sporting new jerseys this season. Excited for if this team will get name bars on their jerseys ever. It could make it easier for me to see and call which players they are, but nonetheless, I feel like some people are either gonna love these or some people are gonna hate these. I like them, to be honest with you. Might not love them, but I really do like them, for sure. So I guess I'm in that other category, hey? We're under a minute left in this first period of action. 14-7 the shots in favor of the Riels. Will be 2 players going to the penalty box. I believe it'll be coincidentals. Vlad Stepik, or Zachary Dominico, that is, for the Riels, along with number 6 and Magnus Enerson for the Canucks. Or no, number 16 and Trent Thorstensen. So we play 4-on-4 hockey right now. Or 5-on-5 hockey, that is. Even though 2 penalties up on the board. And I don't know if Captain Rory Neal is dressed in this game. Where's number 7 this season? And where's the C? Have not seen him yet. So this gets sent all the way down deep. The Riels look to potentially create another chance. Dangles in the neutral ice by Avon Cockerell, trying to dangle past a defenseman on the Canucks, and the Canucks end there was Trot as puck gets sent all the way down again. Killian Reyes, long pass off the boards all the way down. No good for an icing though, as it hits Murphy in the crease. Puck gets sent out of play with 5.5 seconds left. So we'll see one last draw for this period inside of the Canucks zone. As Brzezinski wins a one-time opportunity, but nice stick by a Canuck to get in the lane. I believe that might have been Jarrett Ross. As the horn sounds, concluding our first period of action in this first period, brought to you by Make-Cannon Fasteners and Tools, Terrico Goaltenders, and Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia. Yeah, as for the Riels, I think they got to be really happy with that period. You put 15 shots up. That continuation of them heavily out shooting their opposition continues. So much talent, so much speed and skill on this Riels team. We haven't seen all of it get going exactly yet, but we saw that forecheck with the heavy pressure that was on display. Something that made them so successful last year was that relentless forecheck, and just not spending much time in their own end, and when they are doing a good job of taking away those cross-ice passes for the Canucks, forcing them to shoot from maybe angles their players don't want to, right? And maybe that's going to start to frustrate them as this game goes along. As for the Canucks, well, look, we've talked about it already, right? This is a team that's won 3 in a row. It's so early in the season. I feel like it's almost nearly impossible to let alone win 4 in a row championships, but make it back to the finals. So how does this team focus on taking one game at a time? Got to trust their process and just focus on improving. Maybe don't care as much about wins and losses at this point in the season. It's just, can you get that process right? And in this first period, that process in their own end, there was a lot of just dumping the puck out, not really transition out like we've seen this Canucks team before. Trying to flip otherwise, and they just don't have that speed to get to the pucks right now. So I'd like to see better transitions from them. How do they solve this Riels pressure moving forward? And for them, I mean, they have 7 shots on goal. Get some quantity on net, get more shots on net, shoot from anywhere, and maybe make O'Sullivan be tested a bit in this period coming up. Second period of action will be coming up soon. We'll have scores from around the league for you guys on this Sunday afternoon, as all 5 teams are in action on this Sunday, September 29th. And the conclusion of the MMJHL's final games of opening weekend. Brought to you by Make-Cannon Fasteners and Tools, Terrico Goaltenders, and Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia. Riels lead the defending champion Canucks 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. More to come soon. Welcome back, everybody, to Southdale Arena as we're just getting set here for the second period of action as the Zamboni makes his way around for his final laps of period 2 between the home team, the St. Boniface Riels, and the visitors, the St. James Junior Canucks, here on mmjhl Game Day Edition 3 for this 2024-2025 season. Shots, as mentioned, were 15-7 in favor of the Riels in that first period. It was Jackson Smith who ended up tipping home the shot from Nathan Brzezinski. At the point, Parker Carroll's number 4 defenseman for the Riels also getting the secondary assist. Only 2 penalties were taken in that period, both coming near the end of them by Zachary Dominico for interference and Trent Thorstensen for roughing. The Riels, 20 minutes down so far, 20 minutes of some really high-quality play for themselves. They got into their forecheck really nicely, didn't spend much time in their zone as the game went along. And, of course, dictated the play of this one. We're going to get to the other scores in the league right away here. The Raiders Junior Hockey Club at home for another matchup this afternoon, up 2-1. Currently in the third period against the finalists from last season in the Pembina Valley Twisters. The Stonewall Jets tied 2-2 with the Transcona Railer Express as they are heading into either period 2 or period 3 right now. I believe it's period 3. Apologies about our stream maybe lagging a bit. The connection not so secure right now at Southdale Arena. But yeah, currently it's the Raiders 25-18 in shots. They lead over Pembina Valley. They have the lead over there. Transcona 27-13. They lead in the shots against Stonewall. Tonight coming up, it'll be Fort Garry at home against the Charleswood Hawks. And River East taking on St. Vital tonight at 7:30 p.m. at Terry Sawchuk Arena in the Battle of the 1-0s. Back to announcing soon here, folks. Just got to make sure the stream's going okay. Riels and Canucks making their way onto the ice now. Enjoy period 2. Right, looks like our stream is still intact. And we are intact here to start off what should be an entertaining second period of this one. Both teams are at center ice playing 5-on-5 as we are underway. The Riels win the draw Start things off in their own end. Puck gets sent out into the middle onto the stick of Connor Davis. Has a man going to the net, and Avon Cockrell, but that pass can't get through as Cockrell back on it. Sends this opposite side of the rink in the Canucks end. He's trying to whack away at that puck in neutral ice was Romanek, but couldn't settle the puck down as it was bouncing. Puck sent in deep again into the Canucks zone. Finds the stick of DeGagne, who takes a hit there from Connor Davis. Canucks, though, the other way, almost an opportunity there for them to put the puck in the net. So it's Phillips who sends this puck in deep into the Riels zone. Draw pass attempt fanned on by a Riel defenseman, gets sent across to number 77 and Dylan Bachnet, who passes into the middle. Avon Cockerell with some time feeds that cross ice towards the net. To Bachnet at the point, rebound there, tipped through, and it gets cleared out by this Canucks team. Killian Reyes looking to keep this pressure going over to Lambert. His shot through, turned aside into the netting, over the glass by Connor Murphy. And once again, this Riels team, once they establish the zone and their pressure, that cycle game for them really strong. The forecheck strong, getting their D involved as well. Got some really good young puck movers and guys like Killian Reyes and Evan Lambert on the back end. And I have a feeling it's going to be so fun to watch these two as they progress throughout the season. Puck played up. The Riels having a break potentially. Brzezinski cuts to the middle. His shot finds Murphy and turned aside. Save was made by number 31. Now here's a chance for Griffin. Height breaks loose. Him and O'Sullivan in alone. He shoots 5-0. O'Sullivan stays with them the whole time and robs number 13 of the Canucks, and Height will get a stop and play with 17:58 remaining. And that's seemingly kind of the strategy for St. James to get their chances on the rush, right? It's about hunting down those loose pucks. Can you create good puck luck for yourself? And that's what Griffin Height does there. Impressive stuff by him. Lifts the stick, pickpockets a Riels player to protect that puck for himself. In on alone on O'Sullivan, but great focus from number 31 in net. As this puck's still in the St. Boniface zone, they rim this around. It'll be in the direction of Zachary Dominico. He's out of the penalty box now, of course. Started the period in there. As St. Boniface sends this down deep again. Given pressure is Stepik out there along with Carson Dubois for this Riels team. Number 90 for Slobosian, shot doesn't go, can't get through the traffic, gets to the net there, shot from Parker Carrolls, who has an assist in this one. No icing on the play as this gets waved off right away by the linesman. Played up, stretched up by the Riels again. As Dominico gets rubbed out by Bruce. 3 Riels in on the puck. That shot turned aside into the backboards by Murphy on a long ranger. Penalty here coming up, and this one will go to the home side, I believe, in the St. Boniface Riels. It'll be Zachary Dominico going off again. So we'll get our first time today, this afternoon, to get a look at the Riels power play. As a draw will be won by them as they work it across. Back up to Phillips. One-timer. That shot from Romanek just wide. So it'll be Arnason now. Arnason had that taken away. Or Arnason, as I should say. As now Phillips picks it up. Passes to Arnason, across to Griffin Height. Height, nice job to receive that pass. Plays it over shortly to Arnason again. But has this taken away and sent all the way down into the Canucks end again, where Murphy is there to leave it for Phillips. As this unit remains on for this Canucks team. But still can't establish anything. It's now onto the stick of Phillips again. Phillips finds Romanek with a pass. Shields the puck and his body from Matthew Trott as he makes his way up. Establishes the zone. The Canucks working it along the close boards. Now up top to the point to Phillips. He walks in now, trying to dangle pass, can't. So the Riels send this down deep again. And go off for a change as 44 seconds remain on the Canucks power play. Romanek feeds a pass through to Bruce, or to Grindle that is. Number 20 takes a bump in the corner, loses possession of the puck. As the Riels send it down once again, under 30 seconds remaining in a Canucks power play, which really hasn't had much dangerous chances on it. Phillips back again. Some players changed on for this Canucks team. Speaking of, one of them, Bruce, as he enters into the zone down that right side. Plays it down low to Brody Thorstensen. Takes some physicality. Tries getting this up to the point, can't. Power play's about to expire. We're back to even strength now. This gets turned over, but a delayed offside on the play. A bit of a break for this Canucks team. But can't do much with the transition game. So it gets stripped away right away. And puck played into the Canucks zone for an offside. Still 1-0 in favor of the Riels here, with over 5 minutes gone in the second period of action so far. Here on mmjhl Game Day on GShow Productions, your home for Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League action all season long. That puck ends up in the crease of Murphy. Brzezinski was going hard for it afterwards. Jarrett Ross ends up giving him a bump. Degagne and Wojtowicz having some words for each other in front of the net, still chirping with each other. So the faceoff will be to the glove hand side of Murphy, won by the Riels, sent down low. Bit of hops there from Brzezinski as he jumped down to get it. Oh, nice move playing in by the defenseman for the Riels. Wojtowicz scores! Or rather, that's Noah Keating. Takes matters into his own hands. And for this Riels team, continuing to be strong on pucks, on sticks all night long. Noah Keating was strong on his. Looks like he pays a bit of a price afterwards as he's on the bench now sitting down, but maneuvers through the physicality, through the hacking, snipes it cleanly. Glove hand side high, over top of Murphy, past him. And with that, the Riels now out to what is a commanding 2-0 lead on the scoreboard. Commanding the shots 19-9 and dictating play here overall. Aside from a few Canucks chances, it's been all Riels again so far this period. So defenseman sidesteps a Canucks player in Griffin Height. Puck onto the stick again of number 94 in Slobosian. Played out. That short pass out in front. Johnson couldn't get it to a teammate. Eric Johnson still battles in the corner, along with Jackson Filion out there for this Riels team. Puck sent to the half wall again. Anarson able to get it out. Anarson plays this in front. That save made by O'Sullivan. Rebound there, but cleared away by this Riels' team taking it wide. It's Carroll's. Parker Carroll sends it down low for Jackson Fillion. Jackson Fillion evades the check-in, tries to go cross crease. Backdoor feed to number 66 and Aiden Lazarenko, but it wasn't there. Canucks get a change on ice. Griffin Height pressuring a Riels defenseman in Lambert. Puck will be sent out, and with speed, trying to chase it down will be number 15 in Domenico. But could not get there. Stripped though of the puck, turned over into St. Boniface possession. That pass can't find the slot. It's turned over the other way. St. James looking for an opportunity now off the rush, but they have it stripped away. At the blue line, into the neutral zone. Trying to play it up the boards is the Riels. This puck gets sent back into their own end. With a Killian Reyes. Plays that pass up into the skates of a teammate though. It's sent back down into Riels zone as O'Sullivan left that for a teammate into the skates now of Stepik, who's able to get it out for this Riels team. Still so strong, not allowing St. James to get much pressure at all. And speaking of St. James, they'll have a penalty coming up. 2 minutes for slashing to number 3. 11:36 remaining here in this period. Face off to the glove hand side of Murphy. His PK unit in front of him doing a good job to clear it out early on. So Sullivan leaves it for a teammate in the Riels zone as they get things started. Kicking this out wide to the right. Number 27 in Cockerell couldn't get that down low. As the Riels try to set up again. Pass through to Matthew Trott. Trott down the right side. Tries threading the pass across into the slot for number 17 in Wojtowicz. Connor Davis up to the point. Bucknut, his shot through, gets deflected on the way to its destination. As Cockerell plays it up to Bucknut. Fans on the pass, recovers though, gets it to Cockerell. Cockerell, toe dragging, protecting, walking in now, his shot, oh, just wide of the net. Riels continue to pressure for the time being. Pass not handled well enough. Oh, almost a turnover in front by O'Sullivan. That would have been costly for the Canucks. Almost fortunate on this shorthanded chance, but they have to defend again as the puck is down low. One-timer from the high slot before the ringette line. Won't go there for the Riels as the Canucks, some of their best chances all period long and all game have come shorthanded. Almost capitalizing recently. Jack Smith, a little nifty move along the close boards. Ends up losing the puck. It's down low in the far corner, or in the corner closest to us. For our broadcast vantage point. Player gets two-handed from behind. Ross gets two-handed by Cockerell. Well, I believe the refs are going to call that one this time around. Judry and another Canuck sandwiching over top of number 19 for the Riels was in between both those guys and Dubois. But with that, we'll see Cockerell going to the penalty box. And with that, St. James is going to be getting some power play time here coming up for 1 minute and 48 seconds. Unless someone else goes to the penalty box, it will be Judry. So we will not get a Canucks power play. Werfiel chatting with one of the refs, one of the head linesmen, or one of the head refs in this game today. This draw will be to the blocker hand side of Murphy. Connor Davis makes his way on the ice for Cockerell, who's not out anymore. Brzezinski gets waved out of the draw. Wojtowicz ends up coming in and loses it. Killian Murphy strong at his own point to hold the puck in. The Riels maintain possession. That shot fanned on by Brzezinski. Might have been a good stick from the Canucks to get in on it to disrupt it, but we're back to even strength play as this goes cross ice. Brzezinski tries toe dragging past Phillips, but the veteran defenseman, all the wiser, does not flinch. And poke checks Davis. His shot wide of the net, Connor Davis that is. Gets sent down low to him again. Davis looking for options, backdoor feed. Oh, that shot just wide of the net. Beautiful vision from Davis. Goes up top to Reyes, whose shot gets blocked or glove down. I was about to say blocker down. It was glove down at that by Murphy. And Connor Davis, the vision, the hockey IQ on display. Sees a player coming to him just a bit to challenge him. Sees that there's going to be some open ice there in the low slot to find a teammate. Threads a nice, nifty little short saucer pass to him. And Murphy sharp on it. Great job for number 17 in Wojtowicz to get to that spot for that one-timer. Shot from the point off of the skate of Wojtowicz now. As this puck gets sent down all the way into the Riels' end. Killian Reyes looked like he was going to go for a skate for a sec. Shielded the puck and kicked it out to deep partner in Lambert. Lambert has some nifty moves. Through to the right side now. A spinorama from Lambert, but loses the puck at the very end of that move. Trying to complete it. Puck down low in the far corner. The Riels come out of it with it. Davis picks it up. Tries tucking this one in on the side, but Murphy was there to take away that corner. Wojtowicz now from the corner. Goes up top. Across. It goes to Reyes. D to D from Lambert. Loose puck out in front, but refs blow it dead. Murphy covers it up. Brzezinski laughing with Gagne in front, I think, too. Those two having a bit of words for each other as they make their way to their respective benches. Be Eric Johnson to take the draw against Griffin Height for the Riels. Height for the Canucks, and Height able to win it. Ross shields a man from the puck in Lazarenko, but Canucks still unable to get it out. It'll be played up to Ross. Decides to just send it in off of the stick of O'Sullivan and out of play. Get another face-off inside of the Riel zone. Actually something we haven't seen in quite some time. .756 remaining in this second period of action. Still a close game, 2-0, despite the Riels dictating the majority of the possession play in this game so far this afternoon from Southdale. Their second home game of this opening weekend too. This one going a bit different for them. They were down 2-0 to start things off against the Railers opening night. Scored 3 unanswered in the second period, which led to their comeback win on Thursday night, or on Friday night. Of course, St. Vital opened up with a 5-1 win on Thursday night against the Fort Garry Twins, which was the league's season opener. First game of the season was played on that Thursday. But don't be sure to miss our short post-game show coming up after this game here from Southdale Arena. So we'll have some more intermission analysis coming up in the second intermission as well. But the Canucks in the corner battling away with the Riels with the puck. It'll be to Grindle on his stick. Plays this down low as the Canucks look to get the cycle going. Oh, out in front, Thorsteinson. Trent that has had his stick lifted. As the Riels now break out the other way. Across ice it goes. And to Dominico, loses a handle on it. Plays it down low to Stepik. To the point to Boknek. Surveys his shot though. After he unloaded it, gets deflected out of play. As this face-off will be back inside of the Canucks zone again. Eric Johnson gets kicked out of the face-off draw against Jartson. As to the net, Riels trying to make it through, rebound there, another one! Oh, just misses the net on Murphy. As Lazarenko tries playing it to the point. That attack from the Riels. So dangerous, and it continues to be there. Just always seems like they have one or two players in front of that net man. And the Canucks didn't account for that second player. He was left all alone in front to get that second rebound, attempted to get it on net. So as you just saw, just went wide. George Hansen losing the draw again, number 12 for this Junior Canucks team. Stays with his man, shot from the point from Lambert this time, goes wide. Parker Carrolls gets it across to Lambert again. Puck down low, Riels looking to get on the forecheck. Canucks chip it out into the neutral zone. Stick down by Lambert, plays it across to Matthew Trott. That one too heavy off of the boards for him to cradle it. Trott takes down number 3 for the Canucks in that far corner. It will be a penalty coming up here on the play as well. I believe to Trott as the Canucks going to the power play here. We'll see what the call is. Did not see it at that, so here's a potential chance for St. James to get things going. That first power play they had, they didn't really get anything going. A lot of stuff to the outside, couldn't establish the zone for long periods of time. Very direct exits out of the zone for this Riels team on the dumps. And once again, Riels starting off keeping this Canucks team to the outside. We'll see if they can start to open up that middle. Cross ice pass goes through, trying to go to the low slot for Griffin Height. Puck doesn't get out at first, finally does. As Griffin Murphy is out to leave it. Over 30 seconds gone on this Canucks power play already. Pass to Romanek. He can't cradle the puck cleanly though. Spinning around was Phillips. It's just before the blue line decides to send this in deep as Bruce, first one on it. Pokes a passer, Warfield that is. Bruce wears number 18. It's back up to Phillips, to Height. His shot way wide of the net. Now onto the stick of Arneson. Over to Height now. His shot wide and high of the net again on that glove hand side. Arneson tried playing it down low off the boards but could not. This gets sent all the way down with under a minute remaining on the Canucks power play now. Almost some trouble from Murphy in the corner. Allows for Phillips to be tied up there by number 16 and Jackson Filion. Be Warfield now carrying the puck up the right side and sending it down low. 22 seconds remain on this power play for the Canucks. Whistle blows. As Phillips throws his helmet afterwards, takes it off. Not sure what this will mean for him if he goes off too. But the frustration definitely setting in here now for this Canucks team late in this frame. Phillips went to the bench at first. Tosses his helmet and his gloves. He'll be going off for a penalty. I couldn't tell you what the penalty's for, to be honest with you. Was too distracted calling the play. Romanek was having some words with the ref. Blake Harris coming down from the benches to talk to the referees now, the linesman and one of the head refs, giving his explanation. But we'll go 4-on-4 for the next 19 seconds. So you can see on the scoreboard here from the actual arena, 4:08 remains in the second. Getting set for the draw again inside of the Canucks end. As this draw won by the Riels, 4-on-4 play. Oh, it was an ineligible player penalty for this Canucks team. I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen that one before. Seen it too many men. I mean, maybe if his name isn't on the game sheet, but I have to think it is. Very interesting call indeed. It allows for the Riels to set up here on this power play. A minute 26 remaining on it. Cockerell sends one across to Connor Davis. Davis shields the puck, reverses it to Buckner. Quick little tic-tac-toe set up by Buckner. Tried to finish that off to Dubois, but the Riels not able to quite connect on that quick passing play. It's onto the stick of Dylan Bachneck now. Up to him as he gets into the play. Backhand shot turned aside by Murphy. In his 5-hole. 57 seconds left in the Phillips penalty. As Brzezinski wins the draw, it'll be Jackson Smith. Plays it across to Brzezinski. Up top to Lambert, to Brzezinski again. His shot through, deflected, but nice save made. Nice focus by Connor Murphy. As his teammates come to protect him in front of the crease. His 28th shot of the night faced. Making it his 26th save. Still over 30 seconds remaining on this Riels power play. Draw will be won by the Riels, but not strong enough as Werfiel gets it all the way down. And O'Sullivan will leave it there for a teammate. Skating the puck up is Lambert. Evan Lambert sends this puck all the way down low deep. First one on it will be Wojtowicz. Some physicality there from number 5 and Tyson Wilson. Shoves Killian Reyes down to the ice. Puck got sent all the way down into the Riels end again as they look for maybe one more chance here on this late second period power play. Brzezinski put it on the moves. Brzezinski coming to the outside, going back to the middle. Oh, that crease attempt of a pass. Found no one as no one was there for the Riels as we're back to even strength. Nice job by Evan Lambert, tight turning, but loses the handle on the puck. Griffin Height with the shot now. Oh, that deflected out of play. Killian Reyes, a beautiful stick to get in the lane to negate that shot from Height. For the Canucks again, like most of their chances throughout this game, came off the misplay from a Riels defenseman or a Riels teammate. Riels player at that, and that counterattack can get going if they get possession of that puck. It comes down quickly for this Canucks team and can make you play. And speaking of, they get in tight, down low, in that corner closest to us. Along the half wall, Height. He unloads the shot. Might have been off the mask of O'Sullivan. I'm not too sure. Romanek has it back now. Romanek drops this back. Goes across to Ross, trying to go backdoor rebound there. O'Sullivan able to smother it and stay strong in his crease. The Canucks now up to 19 shots in this game. We're seeing a lot more established offensive zone time from them this period overall, though. A lot more time where they've had chances to make plays like we just saw. But overall, as we approach the final minute of this second, it's been this Riels attack, their counter-attack, really their offense all night long that has been relentless. Here's a 2-on-1 chance potentially. Saucer pass to Davis. Oh, just misses. Would have been a highlight reel play early on. And it looks like we do have a fire or something right now going on in this arena. Fire alarm pulled. We're going to have to end the stream here, folks. We'll start up a new one when we come back.